Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be creating a look using mostly products from Amazon that are under $10. I tried my best to really do the entire look with makeup under $10. I don't have everything, and with everything going on with the coronavirus, Amazon has prioritized things that people need more over makeup, so I couldn't really quickly order something on Amazon and have it here in 2 days, but I tried my best, you guys. I think there's only about 3 things that are not Amazon under $10. The rest of it is, and I cannot wait to show you. Before we start the makeup tutorial, I ask that you just please consider subscribing. I'm a tiny little creator on here. Your support means the world. And with that being said, let's get into the makeup. So for this look, we're going to try to do this makeup look using about 10 things under $10 that you can purchase from Amazon. And we're going to start out with a moisturizer that you cannot actually get on Amazon, you guys. I have Amazon moisturizers that I love. I just don't have any under $10. So for the purpose of this video, we're going to go in with the Be Hydra Intensive Serum from Drunk Elephant. This is just a sample size. Like I said in the other video, I've just been trying this out to see how I like their products. When you Google Drunk Elephant or you look up the reviews on Amazon, you either see really amazing ones or like really horrific ones. So, you know, I thought if I'm gonna have any type of reaction, quarantine is the time to do that. Now we're gonna go in with the Maybelline Fit Me powder. This is the loose version, and this is in the color 20, light medium. We're gonna set our face with this. This is just gonna help our makeup stay in place all day long. This retails for about $5.34, which is pretty incredible. So I'm just gonna take a light layer right here. Okay, so we're taking our powder and we're just gonna lightly tap it onto the skin. And now that our face is primed, we're gonna go in with the Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 Foundation and Concealer. This is in the color Golden Tan. We're gonna pump it directly on to this e.l.f. brush right here. This foundation retails for about $8.97. So I'm trying to list everything with the prices, and I'm also trying to list things that are available on Prime just so you don't have to like wait to get it. But obviously with what's going on right now with the quarantine and everything, Prime has prioritized certain items. So even if it's available via Prime, they're pushing those shipments back to get out the things that like people really need. So you may or may not get this within 2 days, we'll see. So we're gonna color correct now. I just grabbed the Urban Decay Stay Naked. This is not available on Amazon for under $10, but like I said, not everything's gonna be. We're just gonna try to do 10 items under 10. Push that around to cancel out any redness that we have. The gray cast that I just naturally have around my mouth. And whatever is left on the brush, I'm just gonna tap underneath the eyes. For concealer, we're gonna go in with the Tarte. This is not available on Amazon, but we haven't found a drugstore concealer that can compete with this yet. If you know of one, let me know. I've got a few in my basket on the Amazon website that I'm considering just based on some reviews, but they haven't arrived yet. So for now, we're just gonna go in with the Tarte Shape Tape. Do you guys remember when in makeup doing designs with your concealer was like a thing? Like people did hearts, and I mean, like what a time. All right, and to buff that in, I'm just gonna go in with a Landmere Duo Fibered brush. I'm also taking that concealer on top of the eyelid. All right, and now before that creases, we're gonna go back in with our Maybelline powder. This is about $6, and we're gonna take the next item, which is about $6 as well, and it's the Real Techniques Complexion Sponge. I have been using this for powder, and it is so good, you guys. It's just a velvety sponge that works so well for setting the under eye area. It pushes the product in nicely, it buffs it in, it blurs it, and it gives you the best finish. Take that down the side of the nose. Now, while we are kind of letting some of that powder sit onto the nose and create a little bake, we're gonna take the Duo Brush-On Adhesive. This is available on Amazon, and it only comes in 2 packs, and the 2-pack is about $11, so I left it off of my 10 under 10 list, but it's right above $10. And I'm just gonna take a little bit, brush it through the brow, and then we're gonna brush that out to really get a nice feathered brow look. Before quarantine went into effect, I wanted to get my brows laminated because I really like the way they look when they are like pushed up like this, but obviously that's been put on hold. All right, so now that we've got the glue down, we're gonna take our NYX Micro Brow Pencil. I use the color Espresso, and this is about $4.97. I actually bought 4 at a time because I can't stand running out of these. To me, this is just the best eyebrow pencil on the market. It's very similar to like the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz, and it's literally half the price. So I love the way that it creates just like such nice little hair-like strokes. You can really control your brow shape and fill it in without looking like blocked brows. You know, you can just really create tiny little strokes and get a really nice brow look with this. I also like to take this part right here and then feather straight up. And now once that brow's done, we're gonna take our brow blade from Urban Decay and just fill in any gaps we feel like we have. All right, I'm gonna hop off camera and do the other brow and I'll be right back. Okay, so now we're gonna go in with our eyeshadow primer. We are gonna go in with the Photo Focus Wet n Wild one, and we're gonna pop this on to the lid. I'm just gonna use my finger to do this part. You can do a brush though, if you want. I like to warm up the product with my fingers, and I actually like this for primer on my nose and my face as well, so it's a good one. This primer retails for $5.38. Now, like the products on Amazon, their price varies. It changes from day to day, so I'm just telling you what the prices were today. Do I think that they're gonna hike this up to $10? No, but you know, don't hold me accountable. I'm tapping a little bit on the lower lash line as well because we are gonna put some product there. Okay, and then just to buff that into the skin and get a little bit more of a smoother finish, I'm gonna take my brush. You can see some lines here. That's the primer mixing in with the powder that we put down, and that's okay. So next we're gonna take another Maybelline Fit Me powder. This is in the color Dark 40. And it's a loose powder. We're gonna use this to actually contour, and we're also gonna use this to build our crease. Okay, so I'm just gonna take this tiny little Sonia Kashuk brush and grab a little bit of that dark powder, swirl it in the cap, and then we're gonna start to build the crease up with this. I love the Maybelline Fit Me powders because they're a very silky formula, so they glide onto the skin and they don't overly dry the skin, which I've experienced with other drugstore powders. So this one to me is just like such a winning formula, and it's so good. I think it could compete with like high-end powders. And I'm all about using products in multiple ways. So I'm all about using like powders as eyeshadows, because you've already got it in your collection, like why not, you know? Instead of having to buy an eyeshadow just to get the color that you want when you already have it in a powder, and you can use that same powder as your contour. Have a little bit of fallout, so we're just gonna take our brush and like quickly sweep that away before it soaks in. But we put that baking powder down. It's kind of blended into the skin now. You can't really see it, but there is something there to catch that. And whatever's left on the brush, I'm just taking and pushing into the brow because I don't really want like a strong brow highlight. I do use concealer to clean up the brow, but I don't really want it to be super highlighted. All right, tiny little brush. This is just a Target Sonia Kashuk brush. We're gonna take that same powder, and this time we're actually gonna spritz it with a little bit of setting spray because I want to intensify the color, and I want to use that to really create a nice strong lower lash line. So when you take a damp brush and you mix it in with the loose powder, it kind of creates almost like a wet shadow, and it really brings all of those powder particles together so that when you go to tap it on the under eye, it stays in place a little bit more and it doesn't fly around. And I'm gonna take my fluffy brush that we used to build the crease with, take a little bit more powder, and then just kind of run that along the edge just to soften up that line, because we still want everything to look very nice and blended. And I take the powder really into the bridge of the nose right here because I really like how sharp that looks, and then past the brow just a little bit. For eyeshadow today, we're actually gonna go in with a blush palette from e.l.f. This is such a good palette. First of all, it has a giant mirror. It has these amazing colors, a nice plum shade, a rose one, more of a cool toned rose one, and then a coral. Like, this blush palette has such good pigmentation. What we're gonna do is take our same fluffy brush. We're gonna go in with this darker plum color right here, and we're gonna start to kind of intensify the crease just a little bit, keeping it really isolated to the outer 1/3 and then pulling it out through the V. We're then gonna grab this more purpley rose toned color and then start to build inward towards the inner corner of the eye. And this color is gonna be what the majority of the lid is composed of. So this is gonna really show the most, but we're definitely leaving space for a third color on that inner 1/3. Right now I'm gonna take a MAC 217 brush, and with this coral color right here, we are gonna use this to this inner 1/3 right here. All right, now we're gonna go in with our next product. This is the Hello Halo highlighter from Wet n Wild. I love this stuff so much. I talk about it on my stories. I talk about it on other YouTube videos. I die for it. So it's such a gorgeous little highlighter. Take this coral color right here, and then we're gonna use that to kind of really pop this inner corner out. I think that could be intensified. So let me wet my brush and let's really take this up. This is just a little 132 brush by BH Cosmetics, and we're gonna take that coral color on a wet brush now and then use, I like that so much more. It really just like opens up the inner eye area a little bit. Now I feel like the look is okay here, but if you really wanted to bring some of that plum color down into the lower lash line, you can. We could just go in with this tiny little brush here from Sephora and take that plum color and then pack it on underneath the lower lash line, and it really blends nicely over that darker brown loose powder that we used. All right, let's build up the contour. We're gonna take a duo fiber brush and the Maybelline loose powder, and actually this one's gonna be too big. Let's go in with something smaller. Let's go in with our Morphe M438 brush. I love this one. It is so soft. It comes to a point so you really can control where your product's going. It just applies makeup beautifully. Take a little bit of powder, tap off the excess, and start to chisel out our jawline. With my face shape, I can't like really go straight onto the jawline. I have to kind of go underneath it and create a shadow. I'm telling you guys, this powder blends so nicely into the skin. It just looks so soft and so pretty. All right, I'm just gonna take a tiny little pointed brush and I'm just gonna take a little more of that powder and start to contour the nose. So I'm gonna shave off the little tip right here. Sometimes I do contour my nose this way. I start at the bottom right here and then kind of go up from there. And then I just do light taps all the way down. I don't really want a line, I kind of just want like a shadow. I don't care that it mixes in with some of that lighter colored loose powder because that's kind of what I want. I want them to come together and create a natural looking organic nose shape. I don't want there to be like lines, and we don't need it to look like a geometry class. Like that's not what we're going for. All right, with our big powder brush, we're just gonna dust straight across it, and what it's gonna do is mix those two powders together and then soften up the line. And same brush, we're just gonna take that excess powder off. You can hardly see it anymore. All right, now we're gonna go in with a skin tone powder. For this look today, I don't have a really good one that is Drugstore, so we're gonna go in with our traditional ones, which is MAC. I have NC50 Studio Fix powder. This is a Real Techniques brush, which is available on Amazon and is under $10. I don't have the price in front of me right now, but all Real Techniques brushes are reasonably priced. The one I just really wanted to highlight today was the complexion sponge. All right, now let's get the skin highlighted. We're gonna grab that Wet n Wild little duo palette right here. We're gonna grab that gold color and we are going to go to town. So I'm highlighting before I do blush because I have the glow to look like it's coming from within, which every time people say that, it's like, what do you mean coming from within? Like, how are you glowy on the inside? If your organs were glowing, how would anyone on the outside know anyways? Like, anatomically, that doesn't really make sense. But what I mean when I say it is that I kind of want it to just look like you like have a healthy, nice glow. Like maybe you just got back from vacation, or maybe you just had a facial. You don't really know why that glow is there, but it doesn't look like makeup. That's kind of what I mean. I'm gonna take this highlighter up until the corners of the eye as well to really draw the eye up and to really bounce light. All right, and then back in with this palette, this BH Cosmetics brush, we're gonna take this rose color blush right here. We haven't used this one yet, and we're just gonna tap that onto the apples and then up towards the corner of our eye. I love this one because it has a tiny bit of shimmer, so it reflects light and gives us a nice glow and complements the eye look. For mascara, we're gonna go in with the Maybelline The Falsies Push-Up Angel Mascara. I talk about this one all the time. I truly do love the brush. I think it's very unique. It's very ideal for really building up the lash without getting clumps, and it retails for about $8. So we're just gonna use that to build up the lashes. I contemplated doing this look and not doing falsies, but it's like we're here now, why not? What I also love about this mascara is that it allows you to coat the bottom lashes evenly, really defining them, but not covering up your eyeshadow. So it doesn't get too smudgy and too dark down there. It really just grabs the lash and then coats it. Like, look at this eye compared to this one. It's unreal. Okay, so for lashes, we're gonna take the Iconic Light lashes, and what we're gonna do is just take black eyeshadow. This is from a different palette. This is not Drugstore, but this is J. Tory Beauty, and we're just taking black eyeshadow and we're packing it on the lash band so that we can really hide that lash band and get it to blend in with our lashes. We're gonna take our brush on duo glue and then pop these on. I believe they actually do sell these on Amazon as well, but they're definitely not $10. We're gonna use this blush palette because it has a really nice size mirror, and we're gonna use that to pop our lashes on. And that's the exact lash I wanted because I didn't want to cover up the matte pink, but I wanted the outer edge to really pop, and this is the perfect lash for that. And then to really connect this corner right here where you can still see like shadow but no lash band, we're gonna take our L'Oreal Paris liner. It's $7.97, and we're gonna use this to connect the inner corner to the outer corner. So now that we got the eyes lined, I wanted to talk to you guys about this liner. It is super affordable, it's under $10. But what I love about it is that it has this nice little brush, so you can really create a nice stroke across the lash line. If eyeliner is something you struggle with, this is gonna be a good one for you. If you're gonna make a cat eye with this though, what you're gonna do is instead of dragging the eyeliner from the inner corner to outer corner, which is kind of like the intuitive way to do it, you're actually gonna start you're gonna start this way, and then whatever is left on the brush, you'll start to use this tiny little point to create your wing. I'll demonstrate it for you when I can like zoom in on my eye, but my allergies are really bad, my eyes are watering, so I don't think today's a good eyeliner day, but this is the other item that is under $10 on Amazon. If you live in Texas, then you know what allergies feel like. You're constantly just miserable, and like it doesn't matter how much medication I take, I just suffer so hard. And now my eyeliner's running because my eyes are watering. We'll get through it, you guys. Not like we're going anywhere. Okay, just had to take a little concealer and like clean that up because it was starting to get out of control. Okay, for lips, we are gonna do the liner by Rimmel. It's called Zen Zero. They sell these in packs on Amazon. So I think if you get them in a multiple pack, it might be like $11, but I think if you just get it single, it's gonna be under $10. And I love this liner because it is just the most beautiful brown. So if you struggle with really finding your lip look, as long as you've got a good brown in your arsenal, you can really pull together a pink gloss, a red, a dark maroon, a nude nude, whatever it is that you feel like you want to wear, as long as you've got a nice brown liner to bring it all together, you can pull it off. So we're just gonna line the lips. Okay, and then for gloss, we're gonna go in with the NYX Butter Gloss. This is in the color Tiramisu, and it's $4. Why can I not take the plastic off of it though? Like, it doesn't matter how much I try to peel that off, it's just not going anywhere. All right, that completes our look. I'm gonna go touch up my hair and I'll be right back to show you the final product. All right, you guys, that concludes this video. I wanna just thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.